just started a live stream. We're being held captive by aliens. There's a long line of us in chains. You can hear the screams from the end of the spaceship. Ah! Now the probing going on. Nasty. Real nasty. We've entered the twilight zone. There's a storm coming, I say. Well, welcome to the latest cave dive. Apparently both our torches have gone out. It's moist in here, well, wet actually, and there's things crawling around. But because we can't see them, it doesn't alarm us at all. Your stalagmite bumping into, that's okay. Why are we down this deep cave? Well, we're searching for Boyd treasure. Apparently there's treasure down here somewhere. You can tell. The entrance to this cave was full of dead e-beggar skeletons everywhere. Obviously they didn't have the ability to walk through the cave to find the treasure. They fall one by one. It is very dark. Mind you, if you really squint your eyes, you can see your eyelids. You can't see anything else. It's very dark. Are you right over there? I don't know. It's so dark I can't see. At least I know you're there. Hello. Yeah, that goes well. Clap our hands. Tell you what, while we're down here, I've got a bit of chalk. I'm going to draw some old animals like a couple of million years ago. In a couple of weeks' time, people are going to come through here and go, this is amazing. Well, as if they find us. It's very dark in the cave. But I'm going to draw really buffalo. Sort of not real pretty, but sort of prehistoric sort of. We got any food? Oh, jeez. Oh there, is it?
No.
Apparently not. So this is what it's like after the nuclear holocaust of the world. We were stuck in a cave with moss, no food, plenty of water. That's my feet getting caught in the puddles. Yeah. Oh well, moss will keep us going for a while. Just wonder if anyone else made it out in time. Bit of a breeze. Yeah, that's what happens in a nuclear winter. It's cold. Mind you, if we fumble our way around the cave, we'll be able to find hopefully some mushrooms. No, can't find any. Well, we can't see it. It's dark. Tell you what, you taste it, and if you reckon it's no good, let me know. Well, I don't want a gentleman, Let you go first. No. We'll leave the mushrooms. I'm sure there's a tin of baked beans down here somewhere. This is a white bunker. All the treasure's hidden, apparently. Those bats are starting to get annoying. head open and then you realise it's dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see you next week on Boyd Cave Dwellers. You've been listening to a radio show broadcast around the world. Boyd Cave. Stay tuned for next week's episode. Sound biker. Carolyn, do you hear me? Tell biker that you can hear me. Hello, JP. You just missed the first instalment of Boyd Cave, Survivors of the Nuclear Holocaust, wandering around Ames Lunar Cave. Biker has his volume down. Okay. Cool day here today, JP. Just outside bits as well. That'll be this week sometime. And then the plastering will finish off trimming up to the windows. And on the outside, the guy doing the coat on the outside needs the window in as well. Just come up to that as well. So that window's got to go in this week. Happen quite quickly near the end. Like windows go in, flooring, tiling. So probably, like I say, by the end of January it should look like a house. Probably not finished, but pretty close. Yes. Yeah, Harvey doesn't like e-beggars. I don't like e-beggars either. I think the one thing, JP, that normalises them is people attending their channels. I don't want anyone not to go where they want to go, that's up to them. But, you know, when it's like, okay, a normal, people become numb to the fact that it's still e-begging, which is sad. Like none of them, absolutely none of them. You and I took all the e-beggars we know on the bottom of YouTube, JP. We dropped them off at Central Station in Sydney, which I've been many times, and give them a little bench seat each with a cup rattling and asking for money. Do it. Hello, Rujix. Yeah, sorry mate. Got to have the fan on. I'll try and move this bit. Tell me if that seems better. See the fan behind me? Stopping us dehydrating. You take them to Central Station in Sydney and say, now I want you to beg to the public. They wouldn't do it. By anonymity online, they'll do it, but not in the public. So they don't have the conviction. It is cold where Rujix is. It was our coolest day in a week here, Rujix. It was only 101 degrees. And strangely enough, it felt cooler. I bet it's not 100 degrees where you are. Never mind snow, I just don't like wet snow or sleet. I don't like that. Yeah, you get used to it. Western Australia is far hotter than any other part of Australia. There's a town up north called Marble Bar, which I worked for 3 months one year doing survey. -10. It holds a record in the world for temperatures consecutive over 100. How many days do you think it was over 100? It's a bit of a guessing game. Marble Bar in Western Australia holds the world record for the amount of consecutive days. And it happens every year. It's around about the same figure. How many days do you think it is consecutively over 100? JP says 12. Not even close. I'll put you out of your misery. It's 130 days of the year that it's over 100. In other words, over about 38, 40. The average temperature this time of year, and it's not the hottest time of the year yet in Marble Bar, it's about 47, 48, but consecutively over 100 degrees. To give you an idea, I think Death Valley is something like, I think it's 43 days consecutive, but Marble Bar, 130 days this month here, we're up to about 16 days in a row over 100. 7 degrees in Vegas. Yeah, it's normally that middle belt that gets the real cold, isn't it? You know, from Michigan down in that little loop, they get all that Arctic air come down sometimes. In fact, sometimes it's warmer in Canada than it is in Michigan. But we're having a savage summer in Australia. There are more fires than you can ever imagine. We've had 25,000 people not far from here been evacuated from 2 areas. That's just in my state. In the eastern states, it's even worse because there's more people. Shouldn't be on there. Is the sound okay still? Yeah. Mind you, Sydney's usually not too bad as soon as you get the bushfires, and there's no real breeze to push it out. That's better? Okay. Sorry about that. We were there, I forget what year it was, 2006. We woke up to just a red sky, didn't we?
Yeah.
Had a big sandstorm go right across the middle of Australia. Who's that guy that comes here and gets excited occasionally, mouths off? Is that the RSC bully? Is that who you're talking about? He gets excited every now and then. Keeps pretending to phone me, but I don't get any calls. He gets excited when he says, Alan. It's like, that is my name.
Yeah, it's like he thinks that he's the only one who knows your name, and he's like
Quite
giving
funny.
information that nobody else on the whole of YouTube knows.
He did a video about 6 months ago. Hello, High Country. Good, mate. We won't talk about the cricket, just to be fair. No messages, no phone calls. But he did a video, and all you can see in the video is his shadow. I've got sort of an acute mind. I said you were about 5'6", and you're probably about 180 to 220 pounds. He vehemently denied that and told me he was 5'11". But then he did a video where he caught up with the boy in the can in the van. We know how short the man in the van is because when the RIC bully stood next to him, he was shorter. So he's definitely not 5'11", he's about 5'6". I would put it down to one thing, New Zealand's a good cricket team, but I don't think they've ever played a pink ball test before. And that time between sunset and an hour and a half afterwards, I don't think Taylor saw the ball at all. They couldn't get the pitch of the ball, otherwise they weren't following the ball. I used to play a lot of cricket. You follow the ball. I don't think they saw much of it. They were getting the length wrong all the time. Well, I think he loves anywhere but a cup where people will give him a free feed. It's like, I mean, if you want to give, Australians love giving nicknames, and New Zealanders do as well. But if you wanted to give the boy in the van a nickname, you'd have to call him Rain Man. I'm going to do a review on a lighter on the review I'm going to do. Watch. See that? This is a review on a lighter. Yeah. It's a lighter review. Hang on, I've got to lie on the ground and polish the lighter.
3 days later.
Oh, I need to take a break. question today relates to Chicago, okay? As long as you get the pitch right, high life. My WA side, a couple of blokes got pretty badly hurt on that dynamite pitch. Just balls were coming off all sorts of lengths. I have to eat dinner now. I thought you just had dinner. You're going to eat something else, aren't you, JP? The name Chicago originates from a native Indian word meaning what? High wind? That's my answer.
I didn't hear the question.
The name Chicago originates from a native Indian word meaning what? No. Doesn't matter how you look at it logically and laterally thinking. He lives a miserable life, which is very sad. Cool. A lot of those rivers and areas, they have names around upper and lower. I don't know whether they actually, if you've got the name of that area. Oh, not telling you to suck eggs, I just know they have names. Something ridge, blah, blah, blah. Something lake. So what is the answer to Chicago? Originates from a native Indian word, meaning what? Well, it's got something to do with wind. If any are not subscribed to High Country, you don't have to. You can have a sticky beak at some of his fishing videos. They're really cool, beautiful country. They do. They seriously do, Rujix. I know from experience they do. They have better health, better teeth, better food. The place that smells bad.
The place.
That is funny.
The place.
Well, we know why it smells bad.
Why?
Well, it's where Fat Boy comes from.
Oh.
South Canterbury. Okay. You'll be able to go higher and higher now because the weather's getting warmer there. I'm not sure what temps you get. You get 25s to 30s, I think, don't you, High, where you are? Canterbury will probably get hotter on the odd day, but not like here. If you walk down the street today, you could pick the New Zealanders because they look like scarab beetles on their back with the legs like this. 110. It's not humanly possible. Plenty of wind in New Zealand, which is good. Keeps the flies down, mate. Is it all yes, we had a little bit of an emergency with one of our daughters, but all is well. Thank you for asking, Buttercup. Hello, Mel. You're here for your tainment. Just don't be disgusting. But yeah, today was cool. Yeah, I'm trying to explain to people. We got to 101 here, or 38 something. But it was cool compared to what we've had. You will have the sea breeze where you are right now, so it's probably dropping down to a lowly temperature. So what's for dinner, Mel? I'm got a bargain. Picked up 4 Wagyu beef burgers from Coles, quite big. Normally $14. Who pays $14 for 4 burgers? I got them for 7, half price. So I'm going to give them a go. Never had them before. No disgustings in Mr. and Mrs. C's tainment ever. She would.
Huh?
Mel said you'd slap me if we did disgusting things.
Yes.
Yes, looking forward to a Wagyu beef burger. Probably about, I don't know, 5 inches across and quite a nice thickness. Got some crispy rolls, a bit of lettuce, mayo, red onion, or just cooked onion. What do you reckon? Cooked onion or red onion?
Just red onion.
Red onion.
Have we got red onion
Yeah,
in
good.
the fridge?
Yeah. First night off, cool, and on nights. Yeah. First night off, night shift's a pain in the ass because you are dozy and sleepy, and in about another 2 or 3 hours you're thinking you have to go to work, but you don't. Your body thinks you are, but you don't. And your first night's sleep after night shift usually doesn't work out that well either. On my last night shifts, I don't know what you do, Mel, I come home get home by 7:30. I would try and stay awake till about 3 in the afternoon. Because if I didn't, try to have a sleep when I got home like you normally do after night shift, and I wake up, I can't sleep that night. Oh dear, staff meetings. Who's trying to big note themselves now? That's what staff meetings are all about. You should read the agenda. Staff meeting at 2 p.m. this afternoon. It will be someone trying to big note themselves and promote some sort of policy which makes them look fantastic at the expense of every other individual within the corporation. That's what staff meetings are about. Yeah, you got to when you fall asleep because you're exhausted, that's okay. Yeah, no, I used to struggle. What I would do is try and get 7 nights in a row. And then I'd get 4 or 5 days off, but the first day's wasted because your brain's all over the place. Hello, it's my good friend John. Texas weather here. Every day this month, off-grid Texas, 100 degrees or more. Today was cool at 101. Off-grid Texas, be fine here. He's used to it. If he sends you to bed so you're not grumpy, that's why. Good to see you. Off-grid's here.
Hello.
JD. But yeah, it's been, look, you know how hot Australia gets, JD, you lived here. It's been extraordinarily hot. And we don't get summer till February normally, but our temperatures here in November and December have been hotter than February. And February's still to come. No idea. The whole country's on fire. It's been extraordinary this last 6 months. I mean, our fires started in winter time. They never end actually. There's always a fire burning in Australia. But these have been massive. Where my son lives down south in Bunbury, just east of there's Collie. They had to evacuate the town. A few thousand people. Because they were frightened the town was going to get burnt to a crisp. That's happening all over Australia. We've got firefighters from the US here, from Canada, always from New Zealand, they're always here. We reciprocate, we go over to the US and Canada to help. Canada has bushfires too. But they're actually, most of the fires in the last 3 weeks, they're not fighting the fire. They're going many, many miles ahead and building containment or runoff fires so they can try and stop it, because it's unstoppable. All right, country, everyone look out for his video coming up. He's got some great fishing videos. We'll catch you later, mate. Aussie Prep has been whinging about the heat. Yeah, it is another half of it. He would not survive here at all. Anyway, JD, this is the extension to our property. It's the old part of the property. That used to be a kitchen. That's a temporary kitchen. And we've added on an office. I don't know whether you've seen any of these, mate. I'll give you a quick walk through. Hang on a sec. I'll work out how to turn this bloody camera around. I'm not very good at this. There we go. There's the boss.
Hello.
So, if you can imagine where that little table is, that was the old cottage back there. Old kitchen in there. It's all been ripped out. And we've added on all of this. And here, this is going to be our office. Obviously we're not finished yet. This is the dining, living area. This is our back patio. That's just a temporary floor, and we're getting Jarrah floorboards put through there. And that's going to be a good area. Nice little spot. And this is the second bedroom. All the plastering's been finished now, and all the ceiling and cornice there are all done. Nothing here yet. These are the en-suites. It's going to be, tells you on the wall, full height tiles. So that's the spare bedroom. These are the windows we found. 1940 was the house that these were in originally. Of course, they're covered in crap at the moment through plastering and all sorts. This is our bedroom in here. Again, we've got these windows throughout. And this is our bedroom. Everything's been done in here. We love these old windows. And some walk-in robes through here. And then our ensuite. Big shower. I said, why do you want a 4-foot shower? I said, because I like a big shower. And we've got a dunny on the end of our ensuite. And there's a dunny in the other ensuite as well. We're a good 6-8 weeks away from living in it, I'd say. Yeah, they're really cool windows. And I've got those French windows there, French doors. We salvaged all these. So I've been working on it, taking it back to timber. You know, sanding, taking all the crap off. They were pretty rough when we got them. They're looking good now. Yeah, I'm tall now, nearly as tall as you. And that window is now covered in plaster as dust. But this was also pretty rough when we got it. Put a lot of work into it. It's probably about 20-25 hours work in that, believe it or not. And there's a piece either side, about that size going on either side, because that's a solid window, and either side will be a sash window that you can pull up. So there you go, Jody. Nah, never be fancy, Mel, I'm afraid. Not possible. No. You get what you see. Yeah, there's lots of work we've been doing behind the scenes that you don't see. But we've enjoyed it. The wife has mentioned from time to time, I didn't know it would be this much work. Haven't you?
Yeah.
She normally mentioned that when she was sanding. But one day we'll get Mel and her hubby up here for a barbecue. As long as they dress up, you know what I mean, like clean thongs, good boardies, nice t-shirt. No ruffians come here. You know what Mel's going to do? She'll come here in a flowing evening dress with high heels.
No.
Hello, where's the canapes? I'm in the kitchen peeling the spuds. Oh, okay. So we'll have to catch up with you next year, JD. Somewhere around abouts. We had a fantastic tour of the UK, Ireland, Scotland and Germany. We had a ball. It's fantastic. But It's not the UK I left. It's definitely different. Yeah, you told me you don't wear dresses. Oh, I'll wear a mankini. No problem at all. I don't mind embarrassing the rest of the blokes, if that's what you want. But yeah, it's hot. It's, as I say, for us to say it's been hot, it's extraordinary because the heat doesn't bother us. It's just relentless though. I think we were about 25 degree minimum this morning. And when we were in the UK, 24 degrees, 3 days in a row, was considered a heat wave. And that was our morning temperature. But I don't know, it's definitely getting hotter everywhere and drier. I don't know what it's going like in Texas. KD's noticed anything over the last decade or two, but I have here. I mean, our average temperature normally is 29 degrees Celsius every day. The average has been 38 every day. That's 9 degrees per day hotter. Yeah, I've been doing a weekly video. It's too boring to do one every day. Just sort of a compilation of what's happened. Not much will happen while the window's going in and the outside. Show you the outside. It's a rendered wall, as you can see. So this gets a primer on it, a sticking agent if you like, and then texture coat goes on top of that. So that'll be happening in the next 10 days, roughly. It's not got to 29F yet. It will. You get cold weather there. But we'll be painting shortly. And then the timber Jarrah floor, and Off-Grid Texas knows what Jarrah floorboards look like. He's been in Australia. They'll be nice. Floorboards will be really nice. And the solar panels go on, was it, yeah, 10th, wasn't it? 10th of January. We've got about 7 kilowatt of solar going on. Battery ready, though I'm not getting a battery yet. The prices are starting to tumble on batteries, but the reason why I'm not getting it yet, my government in my state is thinking about giving a $4,000 subsidy to people who put batteries on. If I put it on now, I don't get the $4,000. So I'll wait. I know which half. I'm sure one day, if the circumstances are right, JD, you might make your way back down, have a bit of a look around. And I can tell you, Australia doesn't change much. Unless you go to the big cities, and every big city in the world's the same. It's multicultural to the nth degree. You walk through any of our major cities and you hear 50 languages being spoken. But you go out in the bush, it's like where JD lives, you go in the bush in Texas a bit, they sound Texan. But I imagine if you went to Dallas or Houston, there'd be a bit of a multicultural thing happening in those big cities, just like it is everywhere else. Well, I'm going to go and put on my Wago beef burger shortly, so I'm looking forward to that. We haven't had them before, have we?
No.
Never had Wago beef. Normally it's too expensive, but they gave it to me for a cheap price. I think Bella's in the kitchen prepping for the barbecue, which we're missing out on at the moment because we're not finished. Got an old shed out here, Jody, I'll show you. This old shed here. Now all around the outside is asbestos and on the roof. So we're going to take the roof off and all the sheets off, get rid of the lift up door, and we're just going to make that a barbecue area. In other words, pave all the way across here. And in there it'll be all open. I'm going to put these panels, if you can see those, like lattice panels, they'll be going down the side and the back. So yeah, even though we've got an al fresco area, it's nice to have a little area outside to do a barbie. And on that note, I'm not having a barbecue, but I am going to stick the little burner on and cook our burgers for dinner. So we'll catch up with you good people
Bye.
another time. Be safe, be good, and we'll see you again next time. Bye bye.